Hello, hello. I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you guys this crochet purse I made. It's called the In Bloom Date Night Purse. You could take this just, out on an evening. Just might carry your lipstick and your cell phone, your ID, just stuff like that. And you have a chance to win this tonight on TikTok. I'm going to go live on TikTok. And what's in here, I wanted to show everyone. So this is a 2-for-1. This is from the March 2024 collection. Beautiful studs. They're so cute. 2-for-1. So that's the first thing that's in the purse. Also, got some nice soothing tea for comfort and anti-stress. And also lip gloss. See what else is in here. Okay. Look, I made this. I made this little purse. This is a little jewelry catcher or jewelry, let's call it a jewelry purse, jewelry holder. So there's a little ring in here. Hi guys, welcome in. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm giving away these items tonight. This is a ring called the Loop We Linger In. The main stone is lab created aqua blue ice crystal. This is on rhodium. The MSRP is $132. I'm giving away these items tonight on TikTok, actually. So where's my... Here. So follow me on TikTok if you're on TikTok. So that's going to be in the purse as well. So let me wrap this up and then we'll get started with the purse. I just wanted to show you, the things that I'm giving away tonight on TikTok, where I'm going to go live. I'm going to do another crochet along over there and teach everyone how to make this In Bloom Date Night purse. So this is just stuff that comes with it. This little pouch I made. Right here. I'm going to tuck these items in here and then we'll get started. So I do have to reference my pattern. That's on Etsy. It's available on Etsy. Link in bio. So this is what the purse looks like. It's just a little purse you can bring with you on a date night. Out on a date. Friday night, Saturday night with your friends, with your man, with your mom. Just to carry your lipstick and your ID or your phone. So let me look up this pattern real quick. So we're going to be doing half double crochet and single crochet. I'm using Karen Smash Cakes yarn. This is licorice, and this one is jelly filled. So these are great. And I'm using a 5.0 millimeter hook, which is also an H or an 8. Let's see. So the pattern starts at the bottom edge of the clutch, and we are working in the round. So chain any number of stitches to get your desired look. I chain 32. Okay, so let me do that. So I'm going to follow the pattern exactly as written, and I'll adjust it if there's something wrong with the pattern. All right, so let's put this over here. I'm going to chain 32. I'm going to do that off camera. Well, I'll do that part off camera. I'll do this right here. So 32. Okay. And then after you chain 32, then you do 2 half double crochets in the third chain from the hook. So you don't count the chain that's on the hook. You count 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 3 loops. That's 1 half double crochet. Now another one. Okay, let me plug in my other computer here so that I can finish this. Okay, that's better. So I'm going to do half double crochet all the way to the end of the chain. I'm going to put the yarn down here. And then this can be right here so you guys can see it. All right. So you just go all the way across here. Hello, how are you? Welcome in, everyone. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in. So I'm just doing a half double crochet all the way to the end of the chain. So I've gotten to the chain before the last. Into the last stitch or the last chain, I'm going to do 2 half double crochet. And then we're going to flip our work around just so that the bottom of the stitches are facing up, and you're going to crochet into the bottom of the stitches all the way around. So you're kind of crocheting into the round. So let's look at this first stitch here. So I'm going to crochet into this one one time. So I already did my 2 stitches on the end. I'm going to continue on the other side with 1 stitch in each chain. Oh, thank you. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Have a great night. So I'm just going to go all the way around. The bottom of the stitches. Whoops, that doesn't look right. Let me undo that and start over here. So that some of the yarn split here, so you can just go right around that there. So just keep evenly crocheting into the back of the loops all the way across. You're just creating the bottom of your clutch here, the bottom edge. I'm just gonna do part of this purse tonight here on YouTube, and then part of it I'm gonna do, or most of it I'm gonna do on TikTok, but I'm gonna be using this purse to show you guys what it looks like when you get to a certain point. And then I'm gonna have a part 2 for you guys. I just don't have a lot of room on my phone right now to make videos, so I'm just gonna do it live. And then you can just have it on the background or have it for reference if you're gonna make something. So I went all the way across. There should be 2 half double crochets in the end of each side, or each side should have 2 half double crochet, and that'll help your purse kind of thicken up. That'll be the corners. So let's see, I did 2 here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29. That's 29. Okay, I think that's right. So I'm gonna look at this up close because it's kind of dark in here. So you just want to get right into that crochet from the beginning. That first crochet, that first one was the chain, was the first 3 chains. So that was we call that that is a, wait, how do you say that? That is considered a half double crochet. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna just keep half double crocheting all the way around. Actually, I'm gonna stop here and put a little stitch marker in my work so I'll know which side I started on. This is my beautiful Charmelier. Oops. Okay, let me put this one right here on this side so I'll know, okay, start on this side. All right. And I'm just going to continue evenly crocheting around. Whoops, that's on the inside. I want that on the outside. So let's start over. Okay. And we just want to continue half double crocheting all the way around. If anyone has any questions about crochet, let me know. I'm here to help and answer any questions. You just keep going around and doing half double crochets, one in each stitch all the way around, and you're going to keep going around and around, doing half double crochets in each stitch around. It should be, let's see, let me look at my pattern. Okay, I should have 60 stitches. Yeah, just so you, and so you need to stay with the same amount of stitches. So just keep, if you have to use a stitch marker, like I do, to keep your eye on the first stitch that you started with, that's what you have to do. And that's perfectly fine. Half the time I forget about my stitch marker and just have to guess. So it's just always a good idea to have one around. Let me look at my pattern again. I want to make sure I'm using the right hook. Yep, 5mm, otherwise known as an H or an 8. So I'm just going to veg out. I'm going to check the chat once in a while, but I just need to get this purse done quickly, so I'm going to go really quick. And if you have any questions, please ask. I'm here to help people learn how to crochet. Hello, welcome in. Making a little purse, a little date night purse. But you're welcome just to stay and watch if you're not a crocheter. Everyone is welcome here. Just want to make sure you get into each stitch around here. Might get a little difficult. Just be patient with yourself. Let's see here. I'll undo that, and then half the time I forget about it though. Let's see. Is there another one that's easier to? No, that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna half double crochet into this stitch and then replace my stitch marker. And then I'm gonna count all the way around. It should be 60. Actually, I have 62. I'm not sure how that happened. I must have crocheted into the wrong. Let's see. If you start with 32 and then you go half double crochet twice into the third chain from the hook. Yeah, I've tried to work it out, and the numbers may not be adding up, so that's why I say just, you can also wing this pattern by just crocheting the length of the purse or the clutch that you want to make. So yes, I ended up with 62. Let's see, what did I crochet into? Not sure. That's okay. We'll keep going around, and the new pattern will be 62. I'm not going to go back and try to figure it out. I'm just going to end up with 62 around. Okay. Okay. So this is how you make the base of the purse. You chain the length of the purse, and then you do 2 half double crochets in a third chain from the hook, then keep doing 1 half double crochet across until you get to the last one, and then you do 2 in the same stitch, so that you're increasing on the first stitch that you begin with and the last of the chain. But then you're going to flip it around and crochet into the bottom, and that creates a little purse. And is it good for everyday use? No, but it's perfect for a date, which is what I made this purse for years ago, and I did take it out on a date. It's a really cute purse. I'm going to use it again sometime. I forgot I had it. So, and if you would like to purchase this pattern to help support me, I am on Etsy. There's a link in my bio. So do you see how it's shaping up here? It's kind of like the shape of a canoe, but it's the shape of the bottom edge of a purse, like that. That's the corner. It's like a canoe shape. This is the other corner. Just half double crochet all the way, every stitch across. It's a good way to practice half double crochet if you're just learning how to crochet and you don't know all the stitches. You do this one over and over again and you'll get it. Oops. Okay, we're back to the beginning here. I'm going to take this stitch marker out. I use my little charms from my Charmelier bracelets as stitch markers. Okay, now let me count. Let's see how many I have here. Okay, I have 62, so that's what we started with. So I'm going to crochet into that first one, and then I'm going to put my stitch marker back in. Okay. All right. Just keep going around, 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 doing half double crochet. this clutch is gonna match my hand warmers. It's gonna be so cute. And I do have these patterns in my Etsy shop. I do sell these crochet items that I make, and the hand warmers that I have, I'll make those to order to your specifications, you know, however long your arm is. So this is definitely going to be a part one, because I think what I'll do is I'll cap this at an hour and I'll complete it on TikTok. Then I'll come back here and do part two later. So it's shaping up to be, you know, a little purse, the beginning of a purse, the bottom edge. It's a little clutch. It's a date night clutch. Something to put your phone, wallet, ID, just a little catch-all for your lipstick and lip gloss when you go out. And the purse I'm making this, the pattern is actually the optional, the flower is optional. So I'm gonna have a separate tutorial for the rose, because the flower is optional. Okay, here we come up to the stitch marker. Just go ahead and take that out. Then make another, go right into that stitch and then just put the stitch marker back. You just want to make sure you have the same number of stitches, because half the time I skip a stitch or add a stitch and I end up with twice the size of what I meant it to be. So this purse is pretty simple. You just go around and around and half double crochet. So I have about 10 more minutes. But what I'm doing, what I'm going to be completing is just going up in rows here and half double crochet all the way around. And you can do that on your own. And then I'll come back later tonight with part 2. But I just wanted to show you that this is how tall you want it, about how tall you want to make it. Just, something that will fit your stuff, whatever stuff you want to put in your little clutch for date night. And the flower is optional. I'm going to do that at a separate night. So I'm giving away the content. I'm giving away this whole thing tonight on TikTok. So follow me over there if you have a TikTok. I like to do giveaways over there. I don't know if we do giveaways on YouTube. I suppose I could. This is a very meditative pattern. You can just go around and around, just zen out. This is a nice thick yarn. I also have my cozy hand warmers in this yarn. Those are made to order. I sell those on TikTok, and then I sell the pattern on Etsy. Getting somewhere. But I just love this stitch for a purse. Like I said, I've made this one quite a few years ago, and it held up pretty cute. This is thick yarn. This is probably bulky, size 5. So if you want a sturdier purse like this one, use the thicker yarn. And another time I'll show you how to make one with handles like this. And if you make this purse, please tag me, let me know. I want to see. If you have any questions, leave a comment, email me. Follow me on TikTok too. I do lives on over there and pretty much the same kind of stuff, ASMR, and I also sell jewelry. I sell Bomb Party, but I don't have any inventory right now, so I'm just giving away some items just to, you know, give it away for fun, just for fun. Okay, so let me crochet into that last stitch, and then I'm going to put the stitch marker back. And I can't wait to show you how this is going to shape up, but it takes quite a while to get to that part, and you can do that on your own. But this yarn is so soft to crochet with. And on this metal hook, it's just perfect. You want a metal hook so that it slips and slides. Well, that's how I want it. Some people like wooden needles, like wooden needle knitting needles. I don't like those. They stick, and I want to go quickly. Knitting is slow enough for me because I do it the wrong way. I do it the long way. I mean, it's not the wrong way. I'll say it's the long way. I know there are quicker ways to knit, and I've tried those ways, but they hurt my fingers, so I'm happy just doing it my way. Got a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna close this live and go over live on TikTok and give away this purse over here. It's got stuff in it. This is the purse I am crocheting tonight, and you can see you just need to go all the way up all these rows, however many rows, however tall you want your purse to be. So I did about 10 or 11 rows. You know, it's up to you. And then, get to that point, and then I'll come back and do a part 2 and show you how to make the flap. And you could always put like a button or a magnet here, but the flower is optional too. So I'll be doing a separate tutorial for the flower because that's kind of it's not really beginner friendly. So, all right, take care.